Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JLeesCorner, and this is another edition of Conversations on JLeesCorner. Okay, I hope everybody's having a great hump day. Okay, humping around here or there, or not humping around, whichever floats your boat. But first things first, if you have not done so already, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel to become a whole JayBird, dun 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 dun, and all that goodness and stuff. Okay, do not forget to like the video, comment in the comment section, and also hit the share button to share it on your social media. Help share me with the people. Okay, y'all like me, they will too. It'll be a good thing all around. Do not forget to check out the Ladies First podcast. Or not podcast, we're gonna be a podcast one day. The Ladies First panel tomorrow, Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern time on my channel. Yes, we are on my channel this week. Next week we are on, I believe, Jamie's channel. But again, tomorrow will be on my channel. A good time will be had by all. And I'm pretty sure we will probably also discuss the same thing I'm discussing right now. Martel Holt was on the Steve Harvey morning show via telephone, of course, because he wrote into the Strawberry Letter, whatnot. Now, I am not a listener of Steve Harvey, so I'm not familiar with the Strawberry Letter stuff they do, where people write in or call in or whatever to get advice on things going on in life. However, Martel Holt from Love and Marriage Huntsville, who cheated on his wife for 5 years with a lady who eventually had his baby, wrote in for advice on the show, and I'm like, really, Martel? Really? Now, Melody, she will be on somebody else's show. I can't remember who, but she posted that yesterday as well. So they both doing press one way or the other, but Martel is on a I'm sorry, let me clean up my image because I fucked myself in with how I treated her, talked to her, and came at her, through the whole season, even after the season ended or whatever. So I need to come on here and get some loving, as a I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do this. Fuck you, Martel. But anyway, so I don't watch the Steve Harvey show, so I don't know these people's names. I knew Steve's, okay, because he's Steve Harvey, and I knew Uncle Tommy because Tommy is on, Ready to Love. I don't know the two females who are also on the show, so I'm not trying to be rude. I just don't know their names. But anyway, so the two women, of course, have watched Love and Marriage Huntsville, so they are very much aware of all the things that Martel has done and said, and things that has happened over, the 2 seasons of Love and Marriage. Okay, Steve has not seen the show. I'm not sure about Uncle Tommy, because again, he's on as well, so he may have seen the clip or two. He may be aware of the bullshit that is Martel Holt. Okay, but what I will say from this podcast interview thing that happened today, and it wasn't really an interview as much as it was just him trying to get advice on what to do. I felt like somebody should have briefed him on what happened on the show, because you can't have someone like Martel, who is a reality star, who we've all watched, who we've watched and seen all these things happen, and you try to advise them from a place of blindness. That's only gonna work with, Joe Schmo, who no one knows. You know what I'm saying? But when you're talking to someone who everyone is aware of from this show, I feel like you do have to have some sort of, background on why he's even coming to you, because it's readily available all over the internet. And Steve could have called any one of his children or even his wife, okay, to ask, okay, so what happened? Give me a roundabout thing of what happened with this Martel and Melody. And it's easy. They were a married couple for 14 years. He started cheated for 5 years. Okay, even when he told his wife he stopped cheating, he kept cheating. Okay, with the same woman. Had his wife assuming he was done cheating, but he wasn't. Okay, he was still cheating. And then got the girl pregnant once his wife finally decided to leave him because he kept cheating. That's the gist of what happened with them. And then after the fact, he then still kept trying to gaslight her and make it seem as if she's the one as the reason he cheated. Okay, that's what he did. But Martel called in with his nice voice. Okay, like he took all the medication he needed to take to calm down voice. And you know, well, I just want to apologize to my wife, but I don't know how to fix it. I'm not in love with her anymore, but I do love her, and I just, I did wrong. While trying to take accountability for it, he still, to me, is a fuck boy who is just trying to save his image because he can't make no money as fuckboy Martell. Okay, he can't do that, and he needs to, clean up what he put out all last season and whatnot. And Steve again asking these soft ass questions because he don't know. He don't know nothing, okay? And so how long was you cheating? Oh, and I'm like, no, tell the truth. Okay, tell the truth. And Martel was trying to make it seem as if I was cheating and we then broke up. Not I was cheating for 5 years. It wasn't until Steve asked him, okay, well, were you lying about cheating? And for how long? Yeah, I was lying. I'm like, yes, for 5 fucking years, okay? And when Steve asked him, well, why were you cheating? He then said, I felt like I was being greedy. You know what I'm saying? At one point I was saying I wasn't getting this or that, but I now realized I was just being greedy and wanted it all. Okay? He did say that. But I feel as if it's because it's PR telling him, you need to say these things to fix it. I don't think any of the shit was genuine. I don't. I think he's trying to fix his fucking image, and that's what it is. So he tries to admit I was being greedy. He tries to admit, I did blame her. He tries to. He even admitted to saying, like, I said that I was complaining to Mel, but I really wasn't in the right way. I didn't communicate to her that I was unhappy and that I wanted her to do these things. I would just complain here and there to her while I was out getting whatever from the mistress. Okay, so I never really communicated to her what I was unhappy about, which is why Mel kept saying, Martell, you lying. So the whole thing, you've been lying, and now you want to make it seem as if, okay, my bad, I've been lying all this time. And I can appreciate the women who had watched the show, the two hosts on the show, on the podcast thing, saying like, no, he humiliated his wife the whole time. He kept blaming his wife the whole time, and blah, 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 blah. So over the couple breaks they took, they kept giving Steve more information about what actually happened, which I felt like should have been done the day before. It's called a prep meeting, okay? But I'm going to leave that be. We do it for the Ladies First podcast all the time. We make sure that we go ahead and talk to each other so we all know what's going on, okay? We prepare for each show, okay? Anyway, so that was that. So once that was discussed, and then when the one female co-host brought up how, it's a baby, Steve. He like, what you mean? Like, because Steve knew he had kids with his wife. What you mean, a baby? He had a baby with the midgets. And when Steve found that out, the conversation shifted a bit. He then realized, so he didn't just like cheat, whatever. No, he cheated and had a kid. Oh, a baby was born? Okay, that changed the dynamic of the show. He then was asking different questions about, okay, well, how old is the new baby? And Martell, as the bitch he is, kept negating the facts or ignoring the fact or trying to avoid saying exactly how old the baby was and when the baby was born. And he just kept saying, it's a newborn. Oh, so it was born yesterday? Is the baby 2 months old? How old is the baby? It's April now. How old? Because 4 months is not a newborn. Okay? That's a baby. Okay? A newborn to me is like a month. That's a newborn. Once you hit 2 months, you Google and bitch, you're a regular baby. Okay? So when the one female host said, the baby was born like in December, right around Christmas, he wouldn't confirm that. And I'm like, why you won't confirm? It's the baby born. And I like Steve said, we can't take back anything that happened. It's the baby's been born. You not saying when won't change the fact that the baby's here. Period. Okay? But Steve realized, okay, Martell won't give an exact time. He just keeps saying newborn. Okay, Steve thinks, okay, I'm going to get off that because you won't answer that. How old are your youngest 2 kids with your wife? And to me, the reason he did that was because he like, if you telling me your wife found out about you cheating 5 years ago, okay, and she tried to stay and work it out with you, but you not have a newborn baby with your mistress. How old are your youngest two children? He then said, well, my youngest child is like a year and a half, and then the one before that, she's 5. So it's like 3 to 4 years between our youngest two kids with my wife. And to me, Steve then figured out, so you was cheating even while having kids with your wife. Because you've been fucking around for 5 years. Okay, you got a 5-year-old, a 1.5-year-old with your wife, and a newborn with your mistress. So to me, Steve realized, okay, he on some fuckboy shit. Okay, he did A, B, C, D. It's fuckboy, it's fuckboy, it's fuckboy. And while I wish they would have went in more on him, I felt like, okay, well, we not, he did what it is. It is what it is. Okay, what you want to do to fit? Like, what is your end goal here? And I just want to be able to co-parent with my wife, my ex-wife, with Mel, and I want us to be able to still raise our kids how we want to raise them if we would have been married. And I don't mind that he wants to still be able to co-parent good. But Martel, you have been a fuck boy from the pits of hell for the past 2 seasons on the show. You have rolled Melody hard, okay, to make it seem as if like she was the issue, and now you want to make it seem as if, oh, I realized it was me. I was the one being greedy. She wasn't complaining about me. And when he kept saying how Mel was not complaining about him, even though he was saying he was complaining about what he wasn't getting, I like how the one female co-host then said, oh, so you was a perfect husband. You had complaints, but she didn't. And he then said, well, no, she didn't complain too much or whatever. But that's him being a narcissist. Because he think he perfect. Because I was, the dominant parent. I'm like, see you on that fuckboy shit. And I think as he's talking, someone was like tapping like, Martel, don't, bad boy, don't say that. You have to get back on task, okay? He then said, well, no. And I like how Steve then asked him, well, was the reason she wasn't complaining because she didn't know? And I'm like, yes. Because at that point, she did not know she had a whole cheating, unhappy-ass husband who wasn't really unhappy. He was just being greedy. And that's the fuckboy shit of it all. And I don't like the fact that he came on here acting as if he really wanted to admit his wrong. It took him the whole damn time. It was like a 35 or 38 minute long interview or whatnot. And they kept taking breaks because, again, it's the radio show. So, commercial breaks. Or for music. And in between, it took them the whole time to get him to the end where he finally apologized. And Steve said the reason you publicly humiliated her, your apology has to be just as public. You can't, he's like, I hate when somebody talks shit about me in public, online or whatever, and when they see me in real life, they want to apologize or backtrack in private. No motherfucker, come at me the same way in an apology in a public platform as you did humiliating me. And he did humiliate her on a huge platform. And for me, I don't even think the right thing for him to do is to apologize on Steve's show. No, bitch, next season of Love Marriage Huntsville, your next season need to be you begging and pleading to be sure, begging and pleading with Mel to be sure she can eventually accept your apology, but still not give a fuck about you, but want to accept you wholeheartedly, finally feeling like you was the fuck boy, okay, I'm saying, and you want to be like sorry. But he was like, I'm sorry, Mel, for everything. I'm like, no, say you sorry for calling her a cheater. Say you sorry for calling her a bad mom. Say you sorry for making it seem as if your fucking peasant ass mistress was satisfying you more than your wife of 14 fucking years. I need him to apologize specifically for the shit he did to her. Okay? And to me, saying I'm sorry for everything don't count. No, bitch, I need you to tell me what are you sorry for. Because it's easy for someone to give a blanket apology and then not know why they sorry. If you don't know why you sorry, you're not really sorry. And if you sorry for everything, I get that too. But you still know there are some specific shit you have to say sorry for when apologizing to your wife who you cheated on, and then y'all got divorced and you had another baby with the fucking mistress, and you then went on for a whole fucking season of the show gaslighting her and antagonizing her and demeaning her and spreading false truths about her. And every time she would say, you lying, you would then make her seem like the liar, which is a fuckboy from the pits of hell move, okay? Pisses me off. So he did say sorry, but again, I don't feel like that was the right place to do it. Because everybody listens to you, Harvey. I sure didn't. I did today because I'm a blogger. But again, you know what I'm saying? You need to do that shit on Saturday nights with the new season, because the show has been picked up for a third season. But again, that's where the apology needs to come from. Okay? So yeah, the whole thing, him and Martell on there, that's what it was. It was him saying what happened, Steve not knowing, and it wasn't until the baby came up that Steve got interested. And what happened? Give me some backstory, okay? And even Uncle Tommy, like, saying, you need to realize, A, B, C, D, E, F, and G, because that's what it is. Period. Girl, Martell, fuck boy from the pits of hell, all up and through. Okay, all up and through. And until he realized that, until he acknowledges that, until Martell can acknowledge his fuckboy ways, he will always be a fuckboy. And again, I still feel like his PR team set this shit up. Because why would Martell want to call into the Steve Harvey show for a strawberry letter as in, I need help on how to fix this shit? You knew how to fix it. You just kept doing wrong. Because at first he made it seem as if he cheated one time and that was really it. And they broke it. No, bitch, you kept cheating. Girl, I'm at work, y'all. And I will talk to y'all later today. I will talk to y'all tomorrow on the Ladies First panel on my channel at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come through with your drinks. Have a good time. Sit, chit-chat with the ladies. Me, Bondi, Niecy, Jamie, all up and through. Other than that, I'm done. Okay, talk to y'all later.